your story. Because without story, there is no glory. Without story, it's the story that always produces the glory and all of that. So, sir, will you share with us, how was your growing up like? How was your growing up like? What was the, before I go to your contact with Jesus and all of that, how was your growing up like?
My growing up was very awesome. It was beautiful. We are from the Igbo family. As I said, I went to university. I started in Okeado. That's where I was brought up. I was attending, we were attending the Apostolic Church at Okeado. From there, I went to Minister Primary School at Okeado there. From there, I went to Government College in Ibadan, where I had my secondary school education. Later, we moved to Ijokodo, here in Ibadan, at the Polytechnic Road. So from there, I gained admission first of all to the Polytechnic Ibadan before I now left for Futa, the University of Technology, where I studied mechanical engineering.
Wow.
So these 2 days have been awesome. Very, 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 at least for a middle class family, we were fully blessed.
Yes. Wonderful. So awesome to hear that. So, you are an engineer,
Yes.
by profession.
Yes.
Awesome. Mechanical engineer. Wow. God bless you, sir. That's awesome. I know there might be engineers hearing, or to be engineers that may be hearing us right now. No, to few other real life issues. Indeed, there is nobody that will attain height without cross. Like I do say to people, without the cross, there may not be crown. Without the story, there may not be glory. So we've all got our stories. If there is anything that is of glory in our lives right now, those things must have, the glory must have come much more after the story and all of that. So, sir, what were your stories? What was your story before you met the Lord?
Yes, because as I said, from a middle class family, that used to I started because my major destiny is alcohol and some other things.
Okay, so when growing up,
so I started, then our grandfathers used to come home to visit their sons and brothers. So then we used to watch all these TVs, whatever. So sometimes our grandfather would come, he would buy drinks for them. Most as at that time it is stout. So those babas, they will tell you, my son, how are you? This, that, taste. We as small boys now, and Baba, they want to. Then my mother will be cautioning, or my dad will say, no. But how am I carrying? What does he know? But they will give us. But then it was nothing. So when I got to secondary school, although during that time we used to watch film, that's why sometimes it's better you should caution your children on what they watch. So then we used to watch the Cowboys, then with Moro, with Gassin, all those Cowboys films. So I see them smoking tobacco. I don't know then, but I think that smoke used to come out from there. Then sometimes when we prepare food, then we are used to adobo, gas then, or this 3-phase stoves. So that adobo that we smoke, but it is nobody.
Yes,
So
sir.
as at that time, this mat with line on.
Yes, sir.
Like this kind of any.
Yes, sir.
So I started from the age of, let's say, like 8. So that thing, I used to get wet, and when they say go and spread it on the sun, in the sun, when it has at the back of that, the tip is not always smooth.
Yes, sir.
There are some that are thick, so the dry one are easy to remove.
Yes, sir.
So I remove it, and then I used to go to afternoon class in my primary school days. School awesome. So in the morning, everybody must have. So I'll be with my grandmother then, or my auntie. She used to stay with me every time I would go to school. So that we have a backyard there. So from there, I will go, there's a mango tree, there's a pawpaw tree, but there's a reservoir. Because like if somebody is there, you never know. So being a gentle boy I am because I'm a bit stubborn. So most times I don't stay at home. I sit down play a lot. So those times, you will think I'm off. And then we used to do lesson in the morning. So from that maths, I will light it. Go there be practicing it. That's why I said I started there. So I was practicing it before doing anything. I pack it in, dress up. But my first puff, I caught. Because later I graduated. So when I got to secondary school, my father used to take us to the school. But I hardly go to the assembly. To the extent that I would always get beaten. Because in my school, the government college, we write the attendance, the number of times you go to the assembly. But mine is always on the other side. Because there is a village there. Daily, casual, I go with my friends. So you know, I've been practicing the maths. So I'm now smoking.
Okay, sir. What I mean, you continue. Why you were practicing with the maths stuff? Your auntie that normally stay with you, was she not aware at all?
You know, what do you think an 8-year-old son, an 8-year-old boy can do?
So just assume.
Yes. I'm stubborn, I love to play football. So they always believe that because I don't miss school. When it's time to go for lesson, I'm always around. But during this, when I come back, I go to school, and you know those things will not smell anybody.
Exactly.
You won't know what is going on.
Exactly.
So when it is that I just show up, wait, dress up, they dress me up, then go to school.
And before you continue, that's something for parents. You just mentioned something right now. Parents, we should watch what we allow our children to feel.
Yes.
And like you saw, it's in real life, it's in the TV show or film where those guys will be smoking. You will be wondering,
yes.
And then you will be wondering, what are they sounding like?
What are they doing? What is this?
I told you are going to be blessed and be parted. The Bible says we comfort others with the same comfort with which we are comforted. Now, this is area God has given him victory. Now is a messenger of that good news to impart, and if anybody is trying to go on this path, you are hearing right now. This is a man that God has showered his grace upon. He has overcome all of this, and he's saying to you now, right now, it's not the right way to live. And parents, you also, we must watch what we allow our children to feel and to see. I do advise, if you have not seen the film or the program, you shouldn't allow your children to see them. And I think that's the very first message from the encounter with our big uncle here today. And I'm sure you are going to enjoy more. So, sir, you were talking about your secondary school days.
Yes. So, you know, that was in the primary school. I take it as for this drinking, that is the elementary stage. So, by the time I got to the secondary school, I'm not into the primary stage of that. So, I don't go to assembly in the morning. I go to the daily, smoke, take some shots of alcohol, then go back to class. There's no number of beating that you can do there. I just said that it's not more than beating. But my mother will continue talking. So that one, when I go to school. So sometimes there is a way you punish your children. Everything is not beating. Sitting down, talk to him. Even when he's sleeping, him or her, when he's sleeping, that thing you have said will still be there.
Wow, parents, I'm sure you are hearing. That's also.
It will still be there. You don't have to beat your children 24/7. Then if you give, I know that what my father, although my dad doesn't beat, but once he beats you, he beats you back. So, and I just know that after 12 strokes, that's the important of the days. But then his punishment, his major punishment that I used to fear most is detention. He will just ask you to sit on the stool. They are not to move and be in his room sleeping. As a boy, you could say that you soon come out anytime. I don't want to be beaten. So I graduated to that level. So not every day, once in a while. So after school, nothing happened. After school, nothing happened. So when I finished my secondary school, I get admission. So later on, along the line, I stopped.
Okay.
You know, it depends on your environment. Even in my, and I thank God for something that I'm a bit brilliant. So they do not have the chance. My parents don't know until later Even after my I think it should be after my university. I didn't know all these things. Because of my brilliance.
So it wasn't affecting your academics?
At all.
Wow.
So they don't have any cause to
suspect
anything. So I was doing that. So when I got to the university, I don't even take alcohol. Then I was into beer. Not much. Like I take beer, like Castel or Top. Then those beers there when I was in the 70s, I mean early 80s. So I noticed I can finish a bottle at a go, not putting it down. then I was just 13, 14. And again, don't let me make that mistake.
Okay, sir.
In my year 1, I went to Ondo for my Form 1.
Okay.
So when I was there, I was able, no parents, nobody. So I was moving with another set of guys there before I now come back to Ibadan. So those parents that have children in boarding school, don't just leave them in the care of their house mistresses or masters. Trying to pay them visit. Let them feel like home is not being in boarding school does not mean that they are far from home. Visit them.
God is interested in
yes. And one thing I now later understand that before in Exodus now, Pharaoh was ready to let the people go. But God said he had in his mind just for the world to come to pass. Yes. So that means God created some for destruction, and God created some for the world to go. To know that he's the one that is working. And somebody that God called, I won't deceive you, those are the men of God. You cannot say is either yes or no, you cannot be in the middle. I won't deceive you. So, and I now notice that one thing again that every parent should understand: don't curse your children. And don't say any evil thing to yourself. Because I won't deceive you, all what I'm saying to all what I have, my thoughts, my everything is not coming to reality. I don't abuse people. I don't know how to curse. I don't know how to say anything. But internally, I pray for myself.
Wow.
Even when I drink, I used to tell my people that Bible in my drink.
I've heard you several times.
Yes, sir. I'll say Bible. And when I was sometimes, I'll be pointing up there that God is God.
God is God.
And that is my motto today. God is God. Is always there. So, when my mother died, the thing I've been here that I don't like this thing again. Then one other thing is, I always have this thing, I would have loved it that I will remember the day I stopped drinking as well. And I don't want to stop drinking, then still smoking. And I don't want to stop smoking, then still drinking. Because some of my friends that we went to eat together, they stopped smoking, but they still drink. So I now ask them, how do you do it? How manage? So those are the ways God has been
just setting
it. But then I was not aware. Because that being born again, in fact, I shocked myself. So about 3 years ago, one of my mother's friends saw a daughter, and the woman was doing she was a close friend to my mother. So she was about doing her ITS birthday. One of our daughters was coming from UK, and we were close together. So the guy just said, Olusola, and I would love to see you for a while. Then I was in the bed the morning, and that was during the COVID time. So I said, if you give me money now, I will come. He said, no problem, just come. So I went, whatever I needed, drink, although it was a hall, I cannot smoke. So I took the normal drink. And I said, Olusola, it's in the law. That is after party at home. So look at that setting. And that was in I think October 2020. Yeah, 2020. And I said, Olusola, that is after party. So I now followed her to the house. I was served the best dishes, drink, meat, whatever. And I said, there's something I want you to I want to tell you about. There's a program that the Redeemed Christian Church of God are doing in Lagos. That he doesn't know whether I'll be interested. And meanwhile, to discuss such a thing with me, you have to consult a pastor. Because you know the answer now, you know. You understand? So they have consulted and then I didn't mean that my mother was around. They will have used her to tell me. Because even when I went to see Papa Dekoye with her, it took her one week pleading with me that they said, Papa, I want to see you. Will you be able? Will you do this? Every day, are you ready? Because it might be at the last minute. And I get missing, you know, so that day, I just did my normal routine then. Drink, smoke, go back home, sleep, just owe me the money. And they said, Papa is around, that we should go to the car. I said, okay, no problem. So she was surprised. So no delay. Before you know it, we are already in the car. So when she was not telling me this, I was just saying, okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. Okay, no. You know, I used to tell you that I used to say it is Bible that I will carry and pass. So and I said, you do. Maybe this is an opportunity for me. But you said you want to leave this thing. Maybe it's like chance. And I said, okay. You didn't tell me what they are doing, they just said there's a prayer. So when I got that, she now said, I will go for an interview. I said, no, wahala. And I went. So when I went for the interview, they said the program will start on the 9th of January 2021. And it is a 3 months program. They call the place Wellspring Rehabilitation Center by Pastor Ogunjimade. But it is pure. I don't know why they call it rehabilitation center because it's pure prayer and Bible. No medicine, no drug, whatever. Listen to lecture, do this, sleep, pray. That's all. So, and I found myself there. Even my brother, my younger brother that took me there, he now told us that for that 3 months, you will not be able to see your family. You will not be able to go out. So, my mind was, and one thing about me, unless I don't want to do something, and I noticed that God that unless I don't touch that, this my dad's because if I make up my mind, that is it. God is always in my support. So and I said, no wahala now. So we fought that 3 months. And I still had that inkling that after 3 months, the only thing will happen is that I will not let them know that I'm back to it. Whenever I take it, I will not let them know. Not knowing that. And one sign again, when I was leaving for the program, it was on a Saturday, then it was on the 8th of January. Then I will resume on the 9th for that program. So before I left Ibadan in the morning, I told myself, this is not the one I will take after 3 months I will move back. So early in the morning, I started drinking. Then my plan was from Ibadan till I reached Lagos. I will just continue my until I entered my sister's house. Therefore, I know that is the end. After 3 months, I will continue. But to God maybe, God was just looking at the one you are taking Ibadan. That is the last one. And you won't believe it. It was the one that I took in Ibadan. That is the one I took up to date. All my mission, because when I was in Lagos, I have places where I used to buy and drink. So on getting to Lagos, it was even on Saturday, closed. So and I promised my dad, once I move forward, I don't go back. So as I was moving, I know about 3 or 4 places that this one do have this one, we have this one, I won't deceive you. None of them have, until I entered the house. So when I entered the house, I went for the program on Sunday. When the devil will now for my AC car, then it was COVID time. So they used to use this gun thermometer to check our temperature, certain temperature. On getting to the gate, putting the temperature gun on my head, my temperature overshoot. They just only me. They just tell me to go back. You know, without anxiety that okay, let me, because I have to say, if I stop drinking for a month, I don't think I might not drink again. But if I don't drink for a year, I will never drink again. That has been my aim. You know, I was giving myself that condition. That even if I can stop drinking for a month, I will not drink again. But if I can not drink, if I stop drinking for a year, I will not drink till I die. So when they said I should go back, my younger brother that told me, but my body is supposed to be old. I said, it is from inside the AC. You now play what you said, is it not working? And my man said, if you want to see me, yeah, you know, that thing will come. Yes, yes. So they just say, I should stay back. I should go and relax. When maybe the anxiety that I want to, nothing like that. So later they now take me there. And I said, my brother was praying because he now prayed with me. And when they now come out, that's how I enter. So as I entered, they said, okay, I'm even the number one that they attended to. So I'm happen to be the first person to be admitted for that program. Wow. So when they now said they should go and give me accommodation, when the standard that I was coming from. Yeah. So my brother was looking at he said it was later he now confessed that he was praying that I don't think God has done that. He did not say much. And look at where he wants to be. But I had it grew by. But he said, when I now said, let me go and check the other room. Then I now asked him, is this place? And I said, that place is better. That's when I said, not in Casa also. So when I said, when I told him that, okay, don't worry, I'm okay. That the rate he took to enter his vehicle, to zoom up, because they collected my phone, everything. That before they said, please, go ahead, come. Yeah, it's done. Yeah, this I don't know that.
Let's change your mind.
After 3 months. Yeah, after 3 months. Wow. So another night, after a week, I was made the president of the set 34. I was made the president. So that is where God has started working on.
Hallelujah.
But it is when you know, God speaks to us, whether you are good or bad. It's only that we don't listen. We don't know when you are not in it. Just like Samuel Mane. Yes, just like Samuel Mane. When God was speaking to Eli, Samuel went to meet Eli, and you the one calling him. God speaks to us. We know, but we don't know whether it is God or not, because we don't know whom we serve. So, when I had this thing, because then in my area, once I move out of my gate, moving up, everybody knows that I'm going to drink. I'm going for alcohol. I'm going for smoking, and my coming back might be dangerous. So, when I started that, towards the end of the program, the 12-week program, like after 10 weeks, and now this place now said something else. But there was a time you said I want to go to Bible college. This might be your opportunity. So I now went to the man in charge of us, and I asked him, sir, is it possible for someone to grab this program and go for Bible college? I said, why not? Then the wife of the husband of that this lady I'm telling you about, the husband works there as a pastor, all of them are pastors. So I now went to the sir. I said, no problem, if you want to do. But the problem is, you have to stay with us for a year before we can recommend you for the Bible college. And I said, no problem. So from there, I now said, I will stay. So I now stayed. So there was still some, because I didn't do that. I would have been in the Bible college earlier, but I was not sure. But that is the thing that was telling me that I know myself, like other times, that I go for 7 days, all these days. The devil is still outside. I know that time that after that 3 months, if I should step out of that gate on my own, I will take cigarette. I will smoke and I will go back. So I don't know. The 3 months that I've stayed for it will just be wasted like that. You understand? That means I'm not ready. I now make up my mind that okay, I'm still down. So after a year, then last year, this I finished there last year, 2022, July. So I went for housing this week. They applied for me to housing this week. Since then, I got there. And since then, I want this week. It has been a very different life entirely. You know, from the back to the front.
Yes, hallelujah. Oh,
Then I'm not a fat man. Then I was like a sick, very tiny. You cannot even say this is a woman being because I was enjoying life. But now I'm enjoying heaven.
Hallelujah. Enjoying
Christ. God.
Wow, I'm sure you must have been parted with this awesome testimony. Is there anything God cannot do? Nothing. Once again, sir, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
This is awesome. Now, before we begin to wind this down gradually, or if I may ask, you've been clean for how long now?
I used to say I wanted to do 3 months program. Now I'm going 3 years.
Hallelujah. So for close to 3 years now,
yes,
to be clean.
Yes.
The testimony is permanent in Jesus' name.
Yes.
Wow. And this is how God will be using you to impact more lives. You never can tell the tens or hundreds of people that will make up their mind as they are hearing and watching you right now. And like in fact, there's also going to be a replay of this so that more people can be impacted and be blessed with it. They are hearing and say, God can help this man. If this can come to an end, this Lord that can come to an end in the life of this man, then God can also help me. And that's the great thing. Wonderful. Once again, congratulations, sir. The Lord will continue to increase you on all fronts. His agenda will come to pass over you and your family. I want to celebrate you for being a part of this. But before you go, I want you to look at the camera and say something to young people that are still struggling. Some are just preparing to go into drinking and smoking right now. Some are in it and they don't know how to come out. I'm sure you have a word for them. Speak to young people. Speak to parents what they want them to know.
The major thing is know yourself first.
Okay?
Because I used to tell people, nobody is my mentor. I'm the mentor of myself. Because when I look at myself, you don't know my past. And you want me to mentor you. For what? For the past life, or maybe it's because of the way I look at it myself. I mentor myself, so I develop myself by mentoring myself. Because we are all human beings. Yes. A human being can care. So I'm the kind of person that when I look up for somebody and he did something, I'll be devastated. So this person that I'm looking up to, so it can be this, can be that. And I will find it very. So I mentor myself every day. Number one, determination. When you sit down and God speaks, there is a man in I mentioned pastor there. He used to stay there. He's a well-known pastor, Pastor Kasani. No, you know that Muide Kasani. He used to stay behind my house. He was, when I said there is no God, he was the one that told me that he needs some people so long. So then I now wondered, how did he know? How did he know that I said that thinking just like it was like a bomb? That how did he now said, anything if you suffer cause your Lord, they might have killed your Lord. So he now gave me and my wife, now gave me that he to be out of this, I will have to proclaim the word of God every morning for 7 days, from my house to Songo. Early in the morning around 4:35. That's what I did. So then you know that God speaks what we do. And that did not stop me from drinking or smoking. But it has been there. I know that I've been, unless you do not hear it or you do not see it. So it is now you that you don't know that this thing I said, that later on I said, I used to tell people that I'm not woman. That I'm afraid of myself. Because sometimes some things I said to myself is happening. You understand? Something I thought of, imagine saying that Bible might be better, and it is happening. I never did thinking that I will go to Bible college. And my thinking, going to Bible college was around, was it 2001, 2000 and, no, I think it should be around 1994, 95, 96. Because after my university, I was no job, so I'm now thinking that. So the Bible of the thing have been there. It is how they say it, something that is a passion for a time must surely come to pass. So when it is not yet time, there is nothing you can do about it.
And when God is ready.
When my mom will be, my dad will talk. But I used to tell inside myself that God did not build the house. Don't you about calling out to come on last Sunday. And that is truth. You know, all those things that are saying. So every young guys out there, the secret is don't start it at all.
Don't start it at all.
Don't start it at all. Don't start it at all. You think that there is nothing like social drinking. There is nothing like those people that are doing social drinking. They are just doing it because I'm there. But if you want to enjoy, like I said, enjoyment is drinking very well. Because I can finish 10-6 at a seat. That is enjoyment. Because, but you said you drink one bottle. How does it take it? How does it taste it? It is better for you not to take it at all. Go drink water. So the best bet is don't ever start. Don't start. You think that only gradually. By the time you move from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4.
Difficult to come out.
I just talk about alcohol and cigarette. There are some alternate ones because some other things will still enter once in a while. Drugs comes in, Google comes in, Igbo comes in, heroin comes in. But those ones are not my favorite. But once in a while I will take it. But you say Toye. Heroin, cocaine. Just not too much, but once in a while. But the one that is pronounced is that my field of specialty is that. I just want to say that it's a field of specialty. But the secret there is
don't start. People were hearing, don't start.
Even where I went, there are so many people that I met there. So as I say that I'm a chairman in my local government. When I met people, they are now noticed that I'm even an ordinary servant. They are presidents in their own area. Because where you see people, I thank God that with prayer, God to decided that no matter how many, they can be 10. If it's only 1 or 2, and it is Bible.
Exactly.
When you are called, you are chosen. Some will tell you they've been to rehab center 4, 5, 6 times.
And you've not changed.
Then what are you doing? Now therefore, I met people, older people that they tell you they are naval officers. They are big men. They have this. They have this. Don't start.
Now what we want to say to parents? How can parents help their world? Or to stop if they have started?
No, you see, there is nothing. If you know, like the female folks now, our mothers then, they will see our sisters down and tell them about sex. I don't think that happens nowadays. There is no father to son, mother to daughter relationship again. Father will leave in the morning, come back. Mothers will leave in the morning. The major thing is potential one. So all those things, there are some things. Like I have 3 boys. I used to send them this alcohol, this cigarette, and they are the boys. Look at me, what am I teaching them? And meanwhile, they are even the one that will tell me that they are paralyzing. For you to know that there are something that's happening that knows that there is a touch of God in everything. So what am I? They are now. Even my first son was telling me there was a time I was talking to him and I said, Daddy, here initial. Because no, when God enters, you will see the transformation. Everything, the glory. Well, in my area that they used to say, Oloti, Lord, Sola, Oloti, Lord, they are now calling me pastor. You see now, that is God. Nobody has to say anything. Exactly. So when look at that switch. So the major, what I will advise the parents is, no matter the number of eating, you cannot go to their phone, you cannot do anything. All what you need is the little time you have, spend more time with them. Let them know. You cannot tell them not to go social, because that's the thing. This is on the social, as I'm talking now, it is on the but they should monitor what they use their phones for. They should monitor, and they trim their number of times they will stay online. If you have a son and he did not have you on his Facebook account as friend, and did not have the mother as friend, better say, then you know that something is fishy somewhere. Because he doesn't want you to know what is happening. So you can, how can you have a son and you cannot add him as a friend in your own, as a father, and as a mother too, you cannot add your daughter. Some people add them, but they are on the minority side, not majority.
So I'm sure you must have been helped. You must have been blessed with all you have heard, the advice, the suggestion to parents, to the children. Please pay attention to this, take it to all you have heard, and your life will be better for it. Before we call it today, sir, your shout out to your people. You want to greet your family members, you want to greet the people around you, friends, brethren, everybody.
First and foremost, I have to thank God for the salvation. Alpha and Omega. He knows the beginning from the end. He knows the end from the beginning. He knows what He created me for. So all those things I have to pass through it. I used to tell people that maybe if I don't even smoke or I don't drink, I wouldn't have known God. So God has what not everybody have that chance. That's grace. Some of my colleagues have died. Some are nowhere. But I thank God for His grace. I have to thank my family too. My brothers, my sister Yabo, Sheun Shogo, and Femi. I have to thank my wife too, because if not for her, my younger sister will say, but actually, Emma do pepper area will be different. I know my years in it. I didn't feel it, but she stood by, and there is more. We are more needed than before, and I have to thank my children too, because sometimes I'm also patient. When I have also this, then they will carry me, daddy, all the night. So I have to thank them for them being there, but it's not for them too. And all my friends all over, because I have a friend, Murphy, and I call her Lori. Murphy he stays in the US. I call her in Nevada. So when he comes to an I'm just like, Shola, so those talks is still part of it. I will sit and say I'm not hearing, but when it is me and in my inner room, I will recall everything. I know that something is wrong somewhere. So I have to thank all my friends, the ones I mentioned, the ones I don't. And I have to thank West Spring Rehabilitation Center in Lagos. The coordinator, Pastor Buki Kinadu. And I have to thank the man in charge that was staying with us, Pastor everybody. And I have to thank you too, sir, for giving me this opportunity for me. And I hope as God is leading me, I know that it shall be well.
Amen. It shall be well. Hallelujah. Also, it's been a wonderful, one solid hour with our brother here. This is awesome testimony. My joy is that several of us have been blessed. We appreciate every one of you for joining us this hour, for listening to this broadcast. We appreciate you. You see your station, the Ambassadors Radio. Here we change life, we solve problems, and we glorify God. Thank you for joining us. Once again, we want to celebrate you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Uncle Shola, Samuel, we want to appreciate you. I know this session is going to be bigger. This will not be the last time. We're going to bring you back some other time, because we know bigger testimony will come.
Yes, sir.
We trust God. Yes, sir. God bless you. I appreciate
time.
All right, sir. I appreciate my men at the studio. God bless you for the great job you are doing. Thank you. Please stay with us. Our broadcast still continue. But for this program, once again, I want to say bye. Till next time.